Hey guys, this is Anthony Morganti from anthonymorganti.com, and this is episode 145 of Photo Critiques. Now, just let me mention real quick, I'm still getting images in every day for people that want me to do their critique. I mentioned a while ago, and I mentioned it sporadically through these videos, I'm not taking any new images for critique. I'm going to finish up the ones I have, and it's still going to take me another few weeks to get through them. And then I'm done with critiques. And the main reason is I've been neglecting my other videos. I have Lightroom videos I haven't been doing, and I have Photoshop videos and Elements videos, and I want to get to those. And I have a lot of other videos planned where I have one where I'm going to show you guys how to use ND filters and how to shoot macros and stuff like that. And I just had no time doing them to do them because of all these critiques that I got buried with. So I'm going to finish up the critiques, and then I'm going to do those other videos. I'm also going to be starting, when I'm done with the critiques, a mentoring program where I'll be able to mentor you in photography one-on-one. And I'm really looking forward to that. I'd really hope that I could really help somebody with their photography. So that's in the future. Right now, as I mentioned, this is episode 145, and in this episode I'm pleased to critique the work of Yoni Galinsky. Yoni told me he's 16 years old, and he took some pictures of his nephew, and then he took some pictures on holiday in Brazil of just some street shots. So this first one is a really nice composition. I like the way the little boy is sitting, leaning up against this. You have the very bright part back here, but you did a decent job of controlling that brightness so it doesn't blow out the picture. It is still a little dark. His face is very dark. And the entire scene, like where he is very dark. I think about a half stop too dark. And I mentioned a lot in the recent critiques is don't be afraid if your camera has a pop-up flash. Pop it up and go in the settings, and don't use it at full power or TTL power. Just throw a little light on the subject. 1/16 of a power, 1/8 of a power. It'll add just enough light to bring him out so he doesn't look like he's so dark. Now in this case, like just a little bit. Like they're not even not even a full half stop, and I think it already looks better. You can see there's before and there's after. But if you had a little flash, it would also add catch lights in his eyes, which really adds to the shot. Whenever you look at photographs by professional photographers in magazine, next time you're in the supermarket, you're in the checkout line, grab People magazine where they're photographing all these stars, and you'll always see catch lights in their eyes. It just adds to their vibrance, and their makes them really look alive. Now this one we have, some sun coming in from the side, and you did a real nice job of controlling that too. We are a tiny bit blown out here, but that's okay because it's got this real contrast of light. But you did a really nice job. This is a very nice composition. I like that you got really low and shot up. The tendency with little children is a lot of, just people with point and shoots. They stand and shoot down. And the camera angles are very important with children. They always look better if you're shooting on their level or even a little lower like you did here. It's a really nice job. This here, we have some catch lights in his eyes, but he's still very dark. Again, I think if you used a fill flash, it would help a lot. And I want to try to get everyone to not be afraid to use a fill flash. I mean, I could turn up shadows or stuff like that, or even turn up exposure, and it's not the same. It kind of lightens the whole scene, whereas the flash will fall off. So when a flash is going to be stronger on his nose and weaker at his ear and non-existent back here, so it falls off, and it does a real nice effect of making the subject pop. And in this case, I just added half a stop. Maybe what I add, almost a stop, 0.85 of a stop there. Still, as I mentioned, that's not as effective as using the fill flash. It also would soften the shadow over here. This too, little dark, Yoni. Just if you use the fill flash, it would add the catch lights, and it would really bring out some texture in his face, I think, and it would really make this pop a lot more. Your compositions are really nice, though. This is a nice composition too. We have some nice rim lighting here around his head, so this light was coming a little bit up above and behind him, and it's nice, but it's still a little dark. We really need that fill light to just make it pop. Now this obviously is in Brazil, and this is a street shot, and this is a really nice image. This is really well done, Yoni. Very nice focus. I could picture this being in National Geographic or some magazine talking about the problems in Brazil and poor people or something like that. I don't know, but it's a really nice shot. One thing I should say, I his head being close to here though, I don't know what was over here. Maybe you were cutting something out that wasn't needed there. But I think if you just had his feet over here and a little more room on his head, it would have helped the composition a little bit. This here, you just a typical street scene of these, somebody in a fountain here. I don't know. I assume cleaning it out or stealing the money or both. I think they're just cleaning, their workers cleaning the fountain. So I'm not really sure. But anyway, it's a compelling image. This here is a nice shot. You just barely got his head in. I think we're a little crowded. I think in this shot here, we want to be a little further away. A lot of times with these, if you're doing street photography, you want to include the street. I know they always tell you on photography in general, fill the frame, get close, and that in general can be true. But when you're doing street photography, you really want the environment in there too. So I think if you backed up just a little bit and didn't have him so dominant in the frame, and we had more of the cobblestone street, I think it would have been more compelling of an image. This is a really nice shot. Now this one is dark, if you ask me. I mean, just really dark. Now I'm not saying to use a flash on this one, but I think if we used more exposure and brought up exposure a little bit, we'd make these signs. These signs are interesting, and we kind of want to read those. So I think if you brought exposure up, I almost brought it up a whole stop, and you can see how dark that one is and how just more you know vibrant it looks. We could actually see the more detail in the sides of the picture, which is where our the leading lines are. Our eyes are bouncing off all this stuff. So I think that just a little brighter, and I think that would help that picture, Yoni. And I think that's the last one. Yep. All right, Yoni, thank you very much for sharing your work with us. Good luck with your photography. And I'd like to thank everyone for watching all my videos. Remember, hopefully I'll get through these critiques very quickly, and then I'll be doing those Lightroom. I'm going to try to sprinkle in a Lightroom video here and there, and a Photoshop video here and there. But then once I'm done with the critiques, I could really get into doing them a lot and really helping everyone with what they've been asking me. I get emails. People want to know how to do watermarks in Lightroom or watermarks in Photoshop, and I've been, how to do this and how to do that. And I'm going to be showing all that hopefully as soon as I get these critiques done. So again, thank you everyone for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys soon.